UN Ambassador John Bolton joins us. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Now, this protest has been going on for several months. It has obviously escalated immensely in the last 24 or so hours. What is the origin of this protest?
Well, it's a fundamental question that goes back over 20 years to the breakup of the Soviet Union. Will Ukraine and the other former Soviet republics be truly independent? Will they be allowed to drift in the direction I think the people clearly want to go into, which is toward the West, toward NATO, toward the European Union? Or will, particularly under Vladimir Putin, Russia succeed in reestablishing hegemony within the space of the former Soviet Union? That's been the question for 20 years. We may now be seeing, unfortunately, the dispositive moment, which is that the pro-Russian faction has used force here, 15 to 20 dead just today, and this may be the real climactic moment.
With the exception of the fact that it's only 1,000 miles away from where the Olympics are going on, and also the fact that Americans have big hearts and don't want to see people die and these fires destroying wonderful, beautiful buildings, why should people in the United States care about this?
Well, there's a huge strategic issue at stake here. Ukraine is a big country. If Russia under Putin can reestablish hegemony over Ukraine, I think the fate of the other former Soviet republics won't fall far behind. So from the perspective of whether we're going to find ourselves in another great power rivalry with Russia, in many respects we already are, we have a lot riding on this, and we cannot count, as we have seen over the past year or so, we cannot count on the European Union doing anything effective to stop the Russians from reestablishing their influence. You know, we're in a situation, this is not just Ukraine. We've got riots and demonstrations in Caracas in Venezuela. Friends of the United States, in effect, friends of liberty, but friends of ours, are out there trying to prevent their government from succumbing to autocracy, and the U.S. government is effectively silent and inactive.
You know, we see so much of Putin lately. In fact, I think he's bloodied our nose with regard to Iran and Syria. He's reasserting himself. Now, this seems another sort of reassertion as this problem is getting catastrophic there. And I know that Putin is offering a lot of money and help to Ukraine government. Is this really sort of could this be a huge turning point in history?
Well, I think it could be. I think particularly in Ukraine, and I think the rest follows. What we've got in Putin is a man with a strategic vision and an autocratic mentality. In Obama, we've got a weak, feckless, inattentive president who not only doesn't know what America's interests are, I don't think particularly cares about American national security. He's devoted to transforming America domestically. We can see this all over the world, American influence slipping away in Ukraine and Venezuela, in the Middle East, and we will pay the price of this for a long time unless people speak up.
Ambassador, thank you, sir. Always nice to talk to you.
Thank you, Greta.